Do you like to travel? It's a difficult question, isn't it? For me, yeah, I like to travel to somewhere. Um, getting there is good. The actual traveling, sitting on an aeroplane, sitting at the back with no view out the window, eating bad food, no space. Yeah. But on the other hand, it can be exciting, and I don't travel that often for long distance. It's exciting. I mean, yes, okay, it's unpleasant sometimes being stuck on the aeroplane, but you are kind of free of the usual jobs and things you have to do. You know, if you're on an aeroplane for 10 hours, even or 12 hours, actually more going to London now. It's about 14 hours. I wouldn't say it was fun, but hmm, it's okay. Anyway, enough about me. Who cares what I think? What do you think? And more to the point, today's lesson, I've got 7 quotes about people traveling. Here I am with the AI people traveling to look at, I guess that's Fuji-san, isn't it? Mount Fuji. Is that how it looks? Kind of, right? Looking over the lake. The perfect view of Mount Fuji. Anyway, here are 7 quotes from some famous people or well-known writers with some interesting points. Let's have a look. Number one, what's the use of a great city having temptations if fellows don't yield to them? This means this is by a humorous writer, P.G. Woodhouse. He's an English writer of the 1930s, I think, 40s maybe. Um, the meaning here is like somebody's complaining, well, you know, you go to a crazy place because you want to enjoy the craziness. So what's the point of being careful? That's why you travel. You should to travel to go crazy. Maybe that's an English point of view. I don't know. Here's a funny one. Number two, adventure without risk is Disneyland. That's Douglas Copeland. Um, Now you might think, well, that sounds good. He's using Disneyland as an example of a bad thing, right? Adventure without risk is Disneyland. It means it's too protected and everything's perfect. And you don't really want that. That's not an adventure. An adventure has to have risk, danger, possibility that something goes wrong. Hmm. Number three, backpacking is the art of knowing what not to take. Hmm. Yeah, so going on backpacking means learning that you don't need lots of things. What's the minimum that you can carry on your back? I think I'm getting a bit too old for that kind of thing. I get backache. Um, okay, number four. There are only two emotions, feelings, only two emotions on a plane, or sorry, in a plane: boredom and terror. You're either bored or you're scared. Wow, we're going to crash. True? Is that true? Maybe. Number five, you define a good flight. It's kind of similar. You define a good flight by negatives. You didn't get hijacked. You didn't crash. You didn't throw up. You weren't late. You weren't nauseated by the food. So you are grateful. That's Paul Thoreau. He's a travel writer, I guess. Yeah. His point is nobody really enjoys flying. Really? Number six, travel like Gandhi with simple clothes, open eyes, and an uncluttered mind. Hmm. So try and be like Gandhi when you're traveling. Do everything simply. Okay, these maybe are all negative. Number seven is kind of a positive thing about travel. Once in a while, it really hits people that they don't have to experience the world in the way that they have been told. In other words, if you travel to somewhere, you see people doing things differently and having different opinions from you. And you suddenly realize, oh, it's okay to have a different point of view. I don't have to do what everybody else thinks or says. Here's a whole country doing something different. And that's maybe the appeal, the reason we like travel. Okay, let's see. Number one, I got three questions. Number one, do you agree that adventure without risk is Disneyland? No, that's a bad thing. Number two, is it possible to enjoy a flight? Number three, is it better to travel light or fully prepared? I don't know. Okay, I will see you next time. Think about travel. Okay, bye bye.